Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Trina. Today's video is going to be our March flip through in both my Kinbor weeks and Kinbor A6 bullet journal. If you could hear ticking and a ding in the background, it is because I am cooking. We are multitasking this week because next week is going to be busy and I don't think I have the time to film this video, if not today. March has been quite a busy month when it comes to adulting, getting stuff done, and I don't think, if I recall correctly, I don't think I was really in my journals this past month. So let's check and see. Let's check ourselves and see what happened for the month of March. So for my goals here, I did start tracking the books that I have here for the 10 translated books for my reading goal, as well as the 20 books that are outside of my comfort zone. Technically, I could track the series that I've completed because I have a reading journal, but these translated ones, as well as the books that are out of my comfort zone, I don't have a place to track them for. Don't know why I did not put this in my reading journal, but it is what it is. So I decided to just use up the space here below my Techukagi to do that. And I am only 2 books away to completing one of my reading goals, and I still have a ways away for this one. However, if I binge read a bunch of like romance novels, romance books, I will technically be able to knock this goal out, but that is not today. So I did add, I believe, for the month of March, 1 book for each of this, and it's the same book technically. It's a Secret History, and yeah, I think that's the only thing that I've added or updated for our goals page. Here we have the month of March in my monthly spread. It's kind of bare, if I'm being honest, but I did manage to do a bunch of stuff during this time, like a lot of outings, a lot of deadlines and such. So let's get right into it. I actually kind of forgot what I did in the beginning of the month. I did not really follow my scheduling for the month of March, but I did not update this at all. My theme, I forgot to mention, my theme for the month of March, I tend to go back to the games that I played during summer when I was still in elementary school. Technically, most of the games that I played during summer break was Harvest Moon and all of the other farming simulator games. However, I also did have Pokemon Emerald, Sapphire, and Ruby when I was young, and I had the fake Pokemon cards here, so I used these as my theme, and it's all blue, red, and green. I'm so happy that I actually have the trio as the fake Pokemon cards. So I have Kyogre, Groudon, and Rayquaza. For my March TBR, I'm going to explain this once I film my reading wrap up. It has been rough. It's been a rough month for reading for me. For January and February, it has been a great reading month, but for March, it has been rough. Now we proceed to the weekly spreads. I did use the shimmering paint for the one that I bought from Manila when we went there in February. It is the Kuretake Gansai Tambi Gem watercolors, the sparkly ones, and I wanted to use it as a background to watch. However, me using it with the Kaweco, I did purchase a Kaweco Skyline Sport. I don't have it with me here actually, but I did purchase a Kaweco Skyline Sport in the Toyama Teal color, a 2023 release, or the exclusive color for that. And when I actually used the Diamine Aurora Borealis ink, and it's much of it when I write in this very slick, very shiny swatch. So let's not do that again. But I did experience the Kaweco fiasco, I called it, but the long and short of it, I actually talked about this in one of my updates, wherein I bought a Kaweco. I did not see the free cartridge, and when I used to put the converter, the ink converter inside the Kaweco, it can't fit, and I panic. The shop owner did not message me back when I asked about it, and I was about to return it. I was so scared. I was this is the pen that I really wanted, and I don't really want to return it. I want to fix it, and it turns out the free cartridge was inside the barrel, and I had to smack the bottom of the barrel to get it dislodged, and it was a whole ordeal even up to this day, April, and the shop owner still has not even chatted back. I don't know if they even saw my message, but that's a whole ordeal. I also had the Takasugi release fiasco, wherein I spent 300 Saints Quartz 53 tickets, and I am very upset that I did not even get a Takasugi, like even a single copy. I got two 5 stars. I guess it was Nemo. Yeah, it was Nemo and Nikola Tesla. A bunch of 4 stars and a bunch of Craft Essence, but no Takasugi. That was until, I believe, when did I get him? Oh, it's here. So I grinded more pulls for the last 5 days, and I ended up getting him. I did do like a very botanical of the same sticker set, very plant theme, because this is when I actually started doing like my mini herb and vegetable garden. It has been going quite well, even though some of my sprouts have withered because of the heat. Like technically this week has been super rainy, and it was fine. I need to check in with my seedlings from time to time. However, when I like the recent weeks, like the next week from here, it has been super hot, and I was like, my god, it has been raining, and then it became super hot, and then it rained again, and it was so bad for my plants that some of the sprouts that were kind of successful the first week wilted the second week because of the heat. And also, I did a bunch of adulting stuff here with, what do you call this? I was sick this week, I guess, if I remember correctly. This was the week that was super sick. I caught a cold, and my body just couldn't move. But I did manage to finish a bunch of like, what do you call this? Adulting stuff, payments, shares, securities, whatever. I also updated my book blanket here. Again, I will talk about all of the books that I've read for the month in my reading wrap-up. Planted tomatoes this day. So technically, March has been like adulting and also me starting a herb and vegetable garden. Week in my Kinbor video. I also went out with my best friend on this day. I do have a vlog of that, like a spend a weekend with me video. I went out with my dad the day before. It's raining here, so I'm pretty scared for my seedlings because they were already leaning towards sunlight, because I did not want to put them down, like put them directly in heat, and it had like a storm. And it was crazy. Like I've also germinated a couple of other vegetables here. It was fun. It's a fun experience, but also quite stressful if you are not tracking the weather properly. And I have learned quite a bit in the couple of weeks that I've started planting different vegetables and herbs. And yeah, this week was also pretty fun. I also mentioned that during the time when I made the spread that I thought that using the Shiba Inu Sakura desserts set here from a local artist, I actually forgot where I got this from, but it was from Comic-Con, and I thought it was kind of perfect because it's like the start of spring, as well as I went out with my best friend to a cafe. We got desserts, and she also loves the color green as well as dogs, so it's like a perfect spread for her. And I believe this is the last week. I did not film this weekly spread because technically when I started putting down the stickers, I just filmed the reel, and I only placed in like 2 or 3 words in this spread. So I was like, I don't want to waste people's time to click on a video that it only is like super empty and it's like 2 or 3 minutes long. So let's just make it a reel. And it was fun. I did get a lot of views on that reels actually, or shorts rather. It's a YouTube shorts, and it filled up quite a bit. I just did not do to come back and fill out these days, like for like a little bit of journaling, because I was quite busy for these couple of days, like a lot of adulting stuff, as I said. Also got my spine realigned on this day because it was hurting. Not a lot of sick days this month, I believe, but I was quite busy with a bunch of random stuff. And I guess that is for March. And the weeklies did have like a bunch of cinnamon rolls. The only ones that I got was cinnamon roll, kuromi, and pachako, and those are the ones that has like I built my what do you call this, Ferris wheel with just those characters. Future hopes and dreams, a vegetable garden. So these are the plants that I want to actually include in my future vegetable garden. So as of the moment, I do have tomatoes and peppers, trying to sprout those. I do have lemongrass and green onions. I don't have rosemary or thyme yet. I actually saw, like I found thyme, what I call it, seeds in the grocery store, but I did not get it because I want to have both thyme and rosemary together, or like plant them together. Cucumber seeds I did sow, but I don't know if they're going to grow or not, because I technically just put the cucumber seeds for compost and I placed them with the tomato seeds. So the ones growing as of the moment in my pots are tomato sprouts. So I don't know with the cucumber if they're going to pop out or not, but we'll see. And then this is the swatch, or like the journal entry for the Kiwiko Skyline Sport. If you want to read, you can pause to read what actually happened. Also journal a little bit on like Takasugi coming home. I technically completed all of his skills to level 10 now, and I just am working on bond level. Journaling for like my parsley and oregano planting. And then I also journaled in here the new moisturizer that I was using. This is when my best friend and I went out. So I made like where we went in order, journaled a little bit in here. This is the booster pack that we purchased. I believe this is the one that she picked out, and it had a hit. It had a very big hit actually inside here. So I just cut up the packaging and stuck it in here. We have the logo for the ice cream shop that we ate at. And this is like for my spray bottle that I bought on that day as well. And that's it for the Kinbor A6 bullet journal. Next, we will flip through my Kinbor weeks. I did have this much reading done. Very sad, actually. As I said, I'm going to talk about it in my wrap up, but it was a pretty sad reading month for me. Oh, here, I did not finish this. I will try to finish this. I haven't even updated anything from like the past week. It's already the 6th of April and I haven't really updated this. I've been playing Pikmin Bloom for a couple of days now, technically a week now, and I have been doing my mood tracking as well as my movement, and I realized I actually was sick a lot this week, or like this month rather. I did not remember how many days I was not working. Okay, so it's like 5 days here and then 5 days here. That's a lot. So I was really sick this month. I actually forgot about it because I was super busy, like for the past 2 weeks, like the first week of April as well as the last week of March. I've been super busy, so I technically do not remember that I was this sick for this long. Pretty sad, actually. Let's proceed with the monthly. I don't really like this. I'm being honest. I don't know what as you can see here, I didn't even fill out my April because I don't know what it is that I would want to do with this monthly. Like this is cute. This is cute. But like January, February, and then March, I'm not feeling it. Like I technically did this, like I came back to this afterwards, and I was doing it with a couple of like the sparkly stickers, did my reading like read list wrap up here to the side, but I don't know. I don't think I'm happy with this. I might change it up a little bit. I might not, for example, I will not be using like my indicators here to track those, like when I went out, if I finish a project, the books I've finished, unless I doodle. Like I like how this looks, but I would like it more if all the boxes are like this squish. Of course, I know that some people actually use this functionally, but I don't know yet how I am going to do this. So I might squish my, like as you can see here, this is like very long lettering style. I like this better when it's like smaller, like 1 grid small, or like a little bit over 1 grid. This is technically 2 grids long. I might change it up a little bit for April. but we'll see. I might end up for the month of April just not filling it out, and then fill it out like either every end of the month or like every end of the week. So I might finish, like I might do this in the 30th. I would like to like list down all of the events that happened for the month, and then journal in this or like decorate this with like the bubble letters and the doodles, and we'll see how this one will turn out, because I'm not, like, it has been 3 months and I'm not happy with how I was doing this layout. Now we proceed to the weeklies. I could technically start here. I did technically talk about this in the February wrap up, but as you can see here, 4th anniversary here on YouTube. So I did like a very sparkly celebratory Pokemon, because I also played Pokemon this day, or like this week rather. This was like self-care, but also I chose colors that are similar to the Skyline Sport. Should have brought it here, if I'm being honest, but this is like very teal blue colors. I also chose the Aoba Josai set that I have from my stickers. Technically, I can't remember if it was this week or it was the next week that I decided that I should be using up most of the stickers that I have on stash for all of like my anime convention stickers that I bought, merch stickers, anime stickers. As you can see here, my goal was to use up as many as I can, at least one per week in my weekly memory keeping in my weeks, and 1 or 2 in my A6 for the weekly plan with me section. And it's been going quite well so far. My goal is to put them in one tiny container by the end of the year. And I have already reserved some of the stickers that I really like in order to decorate the front cover of my Kinbor A6, the new one that I'm going to be repurchasing for 2026. I know that's very advanced thinking, but I really wanted to like prepare and keep some of the stickers that I have on hand for 2026, like the cover, like sticker bombing, like these, so that I could use them more, like the stickers that I love. I could technically have them all throughout 2026 and not just stick it in here and then abandon it at the end of the year. This was the Takasugi week, but also the week when I started my garden. Really love this. I even don't know why I did this, but I was trying to use up the sticker sheet with these flowers that I have here in the background. As you can see, I only had a little bit of them, and they have like the flower petals that I decided to make a little bit of a sprite here from Legend of Zelda. And then this was a very simple one, but this is the week when my best friend and I went out. I did include a receipt for the 2 cheapest books I've ever bought. We went to 2 bookshop locations that were on sale, and it was super cheap, and I got 4 books this week that I hauled in that same vlog. We had ice cream. I technically had mint chocolate and banana turon ice cream, but I only had strawberry with matcha sticker, so I placed it there. Placed 2 girls because me and my best friend went out. I think I wore somewhat of a denim, and also she wore something of like a cream. I forgot. I think she wore something cream or beige. But we went to 2 cafes and 2 bookstores this day, and it was so good. It was so fun. I technically got sick afterwards, like in the evening, because my battery, my social battery, not my social battery. I really love hanging out with my best friend. Like we could go like days talking and like hanging out together and we won't get tired. But technically walking around in that heat, as well as getting lost because of my mistake, I read the maps wrong, and I just got exhausted and got sick at the end. And then for this week, the last week, I just really felt like because I did the April, I could show you, I did the April cover in this gold with purple. I decided to do it here as well, and I just enjoyed this. I really love looking at this with I guess it's very royal colors. And yeah, those are the spreads for the month of March. Really enjoyed it. For the favorites, I really like this one. I really love the colors. This is the color that I'm really attracted to, like the color teal. But for my favorite, I guess it's technically this one because of how full it is. I'm always a maximalist when it comes to my spreads, and I really love pops of color. This was a little bit too plain with the receipts. I could have technically placed more color into this, but it's a what do you call this? It's a battle between this one and this one. Like technically this one I really enjoyed the pops of gold with like the chocolate wrapper that I used here. But yeah, which one do you think looks better? Which one is your favorite? And that is it for this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoy our little flip through of the 2 Kinbors that I have. And I will see you in the next video. So until then guys, take care and bye.